You've tried so many methods to deal with your pain. Physical, emotional pain. A pain that's unbearable. And those methods didn't help. So think logically just for a moment. Doesn't this mean there is something wrong with these methods? Now, you've already tried so many methods to change your life. You spent years looking at others, just wondering if they had some damn secret to happiness. The secret you wanted to know so badly. So maybe nobody knows the secret to happiness. Now, I was looking for a method to deal with chronic pain for years. And then with emotions when life kept throwing new obstacles at me. I never found it. I had to get to the bottom of what connects science, the wisdom of ancient civilizations, and all these modern methodologies. And I had to clean it all from the incredible amount of shit that had accumulated over the years, to finally create by my own hands and minds the method which works, Sanomentology. So let me tell you that story. My childhood was not the best. Growing up in the foster system, my mind was plagued with all sorts of issues. Abandonment, abuse, etc. They all programmed my mind for a life of woe, misery, negativity. And then as a teenager, I developed chronic pain issues, anger issues, and despair that was bordering on recklessness. I was plagued with feelings of shame, inadequacy, guilt, isolation, and more. I was screwed, basically. But somewhere deep inside, there was a spark of defiance that wouldn't settle for that life that I seemed destined to live. I knew there was more. So I went on a journey, physically and metaphorically. At 16, I packed up my life, I abandoned everything I knew, and with no money, no plan, I stuck my thumb out and trusted the universe to show me my path forward. Now I managed to get all the way to the island of Rhodes in Greece, where my physical journey kept me for a few years. But my inner journey was really just beginning. Now I'd already spent years studying the unknown, the esoteric, the unexplainable, and I knew deep inside there were answers somewhere out there. My own experience both before and during my travels had given me a taste of manifestation, and I was determined to delve into this world and find an alternative life. So I returned to England on my 21st birthday, and in that meantime I'd met so many people from all countries and walks of life during that time in Greece. I could see patterns and behaviours that linked them all. But I still hadn't helped myself. I still suffered chronic pain, and although I developed tolerance, my anger was still there, just brimming under the surface. So I sought help. I tried multiple versions of hypnotherapy, psychotherapy, NLP, and other natural ways to heal. And they all worked to some extent, but only for a short time. Nothing really gave me that long-term solution. So I went back to the proverbial drawing board. I started to learn more about all these different methods and ideas that people were using in these fields. And I went back to the roots, not the modern roots, but the ideas traced back to ancient civilizations. I also studied modern science. I'd always been primarily science-minded, thriving in those subjects at school. So I looked at that simple element connecting everything, delving into quantum physics, biology, brain science, and more. And I started to see patterns again, but now in the methods, like previously I'd seen them in people. Patterns, links, similarities across all the fields of science and metaphysics that seemed obvious to me, but eluded the fields of individual disciplines. And in this period of learning, I started to realise that there was a whole world out there that was unfathomable to us. That there was so much more, and we were only scratching the surface of possibilities that were open to us. And more than that, when I was learning, I managed to root out all of my issues and problems and deal with them once and for all. Pain disappeared, anger left me, clarity and purpose took over. So you'd think my life got perfect then, yeah? No, absolutely not. Because the second realization in all of this was that life happens. It's not all roses and sunsets. Sometimes it's fireballs and storms. However, I started to put together my ideas, to develop the roots of what was to become the method I'm talking about here, Sanomentology. I opened my mind to the impossible, and I strive to make it possible. I looked at everything that was currently out there and methodically cleared the insane amount of bullshit that had been integrated with each new development, on from the basics. Then I took these cleaned up and refined ideas and I merged them with ways dating back thousands of years, along with tying them to the modern theories of quantum mechanics, relativity, and other sciences. And what developed over these years and continues to develop now is not just therapy. Sanomentology is a boundless way of life where the only limits are the ones the user places on them, and even they get pushed out and expanded on. It helps you deal with psychosomatic pain, fears and phobias, anxiety, depression, addictions, grief, guilt, shame, imposter syndrome, PTSD and trauma. It helps you raise your confidence, manage your weight, improve love and sex life, and it clears your path to true, responsible manifestation where you truly care not only about you but also the people around you. It clears the past, deals with the present, and prepares for the future. And with regular use of the principles, what a future it can provide. It won't necessarily make everything perfect. Like I said, life happens. And I've no ambition to convince you that thanks to Sanomentology you'll control everything. Many have tried to convince you before me. But Sanomentology enables you to deal with whatever life throws at you and move forward with determination and ease towards that life you deserve. And over the past few years, Sanomentology has developed into the most reliable method of dealing with the unconscious mind. You know, that part that is behind every decision, every choice, every emotion, every pattern, every repeat behaviour. That part that guides and creates your entire life, month after month, day after day, hour after hour. Is the best way for you to resolve any issues and achieve the life you really desire and you deserve. Because over the years, Sanomentology has developed to such an extent that today it's taught by practitioners of medicine, hypnotherapy, and many other methods. These methods that I once sought out and didn't find help with. Now, this is my life's work, and I want everyone to experience it and see how much of a positive impact it can have. So, the question's simple. Are you tired of overpromising? And do you want something that really works so that you can finally see real life miracles? Are you ready to take responsibility for your life and use the best tools to build the life that you've been dreaming of deep inside for a long time? If yes, I invite you to try it. Right here, right now, today.